245 programming languages exist in the TIOBE index alone. So how does a beginner know which one to choose? Why don't you tell them? This question really has two answers. So the first answer is, it depends on where you live. Every area that you live in, whether it be the US, South America, Europe, Asia, anywhere, every place that you live is going to have a different technology stack, usually in the city or the county that you're in. For example, I live in Tampa, and C#, for whatever reason, is really, really popular in Florida. I think it has something to do with all the banking. If you're over in California, I think they're really big on Node and React. The best I can suggest is that you just do a job search on LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, Indeed, or any job searching engine, and just look at the postings and see what the technology stacks are for the area that you live in. That'll give you a pretty general idea of what kind of technologies that area is using. The second answer to this question is, it depends on the job you're applying for. If you're going to be a game dev, I can almost promise you're going to be coding in C++. If you're going to be a web application developer, you're going to have to know JavaScript. If you're going to be building mobile iOS applications, you're going to want to know Swift. The technology that you're using is completely dependent on the company that you're working for. Now, I know when I ask a question, I want a cookie cutter answer. So if you said, Hamza, what coding language should I start with today? I would say JavaScript and Python. Those two are pretty much going to be used in every country and in every job in some kind of aspect. That way you can learn all the basics, variables, Boolean logic, recursion, inheritance, things like that. And you can get a good foundation. And then it's really not that hard to switch over to another language once you have a concrete foundation. An example of this is, I've been coding for a few years now, and my company came up to me and they said, hey, we need you to build a mobile iOS application in Swift. I had never seen Swift code in my entire life, and I had a working MVP of that application within a week. So it's not that hard to switch over to another language once you know one or two. So don't get too hung up on the which language should I pick. If you have some kind of direction of like what kind of job you're going to be looking for, I would do that search of the technology stacks in your area and then just kind of narrow it down that way.